with Dan, today's show. Nippy! We're gossiping. I am nippy. Welcome to, what is it?
I'm apparently not.
A visit with a person of high strangeness. You've been on a 19-week trip all over the place. Earthquakes, not earthquakes, a lot of tornadoes and everything.
Oh, yeah.
And so by coincidence, I took you to most of the places that's today not there anymore. And so,
hi, I'm Dan Bennett.
I was getting to that, in case you don't remember, this is Dan Bennett. Yeah, okay, I was getting to that, but that's cool. So now they know twice. Dan, people were really excited about our shows. Mainly you as a guest, so that's why you had to come back.
Yeah. I couldn't stay away or something.
Or something, yeah, well.
Well, it took me a while. I mean, I was a guest, what, 2 months ago? Has it been 2 months?
No, by the time this airs, it's about 8 months.
Really? 8 months?
Yeah.
Has it been that long?
Yeah.
Holy
Yeah.
crap.
Mm-hmm. The lighting's gonna keep changing because
Oh yeah, we're getting heavy clouds coming and going, and yeah, I checked out a camera from the station so I could get get some shots for the next project I'm working on. Right, I did some green screening of people doing kung fu fighting. Well, they're posing actually. They're just doing kung fu poses, and they have a pose off instead of any hacky sacky. So I did it at the time that I filmed it. It was very dark and cold and rainy. So we did it inside against a green screen, and so now I need to go and get shots of the woods and different areas to place their images, their posing images in front of, and kind of try and make it look real. See if I can't make a shadow for them. And
when it was the blue screen,
yeah.
what we did is we put a fourth camera in the control room.
Yeah.
And took photographs behind it, so we could do it all at the same time.
I helped a couple of those shots.
That's right, you did.
I was in there, yeah, and you had a photograph and had the camera trained on it, and every now and again you'd change the photos or have somebody change. And yeah, when Bernie was directing, he was the calmest. It was so nice running camera for him because he was so calm and he was so open to me trying different shots and stuff, because you had a spinning globe or you had a lava lamp or something like that, and I found a nice angle and zoomed in on it, and he really liked it, and it turned out nice.
Bernie always would say, "Lily, don't forget my balls." He loved balls. So up on the ceiling, you see there are things. I have things hanging on the ceiling everywhere. These are things that the viewers sent me. So they wanted to see it on the show, and so now that I film here most of the time, we had flying fish, we have globes, we have aliens.
Yeah.
We used it all, I think.
Yeah. Lots of cool stuff in here.
Yeah, lots of cool stuff. Well, you did some cool stuff. I understand you won an award.
I did. I'm pretty proud of it, and it was this project is called Alien Days, and it's a 10-minute short, as they say, and it's the third of 2 other 10-minute movies that I've done. The Alien Days is one that I really liked. The first one was really quite good. It was a claymation. This third one, Alien Days, is another.
For the fans that don't know what, I'm assuming claymation means it's made out of clay. That's what it is.
Clay animation.
Clay animation, okay.
Yeah, claymation.
Back to Alien.
So the Alien Days is about a little alien that comes down to the Earth, and he tries to interact with people, and it doesn't go so well. he does end up being able to talk to a dog. And I don't want to give it up because I brought it with me, and you're going to show it a little bit later. But
well, you know what's next? We're going to show him. What, did he have a name?
Alien Days, yeah. And just so that you know, I worked on it over a period of about 5 years.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and what it was is my partner would get ill for a couple of weeks at a time, several times a year. She had a recurring condition, and when she was in the hospital, I would, instead of going crazy, because I couldn't help, and she was very sick, and so I would work on the Alien Days. And so I built the sets out of, I took a poster board, the white cardboard stuff, and Sharpies and lines and stuff, and I glued objects on it and made little sets and little things for it, and then I built a spaceship, and I don't think I showed off the spaceship enough, but I used fun foam and plastic canvas, and I used glow-in-the-dark paint for the lights, and then for the shot that you'll see in the opening, in the introduction of the show, you see the ship. I took black lights and shone black lights on it to make the glow up, and so I didn't use any special effects on the ship except for putting it against the blue screen, the green screen, and showing it that way. And the aliens, I made the actual alien size.
We're going to show you my books here in a minute, so you can see how high it is.
Yeah. So the little aliens that were on the set inside the ship were this big, and then I built a bigger one to scale to interact with Freddie and Peter.
Wow. Those are two of our producers at TCTV.
Yeah, they're co-workers, and both highly creative individuals also. So, and then I did all the voiceovers, and it's kind of funny. There's funny stuff in there. And the dog actually belongs to another TCTV member that participates in the Veterans for Peace program.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Dwayne King. Have you ever met him? Yeah, that's
I think I have.
That's his little dog, Hero, I guess, or Jiro, I think it's Jiro, but it's Japanese for second son.
Second son, wow.
Yeah, so that's it. So it's the movies. It was intended as a comedy, and I had a lot of fun doing the stop motion. Click, move, click, move, click, move, click, move. So yeah. So I worked on it.
See, won the award. We're going to show this would be, you want to talk about your award first, or should we put it in here now?
The award, and I didn't think to bring it with me, the award is Best of the Northwest, and it was a competition between entrants from, 20 or 30 public access stations in the Northwest.
Northwest, including Idaho.
Yeah, Washington,
Washington, Oregon, Idaho, part of Montana, I think, and
Alaska.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I can't go to those because I don't have a category.
Oh, you don't?
No.
Really? You don't enter into those?
No. I did once. We talked about Death and New Beginning, and they said it was too happy to be a death show. And that book came under the category of.
That's interesting.
Of what was it? Instructional or so. I can't remember. But right now I don't have a category, so I can't do it.
Yeah. Yours. This show would be a talk show, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it be considered a talk show?
No, it's not a talk show. It's. I don't know what it is.
Actually, what I would call it, actually, because I was talking, I was telling some folks that I was coming over here to do this, and I was trying to describe the show, and I think it would qualify as a magazine show.
Magazine?
Yeah.
Is there a category?
Yes, magazine is a category. Yeah. A magazine show is you have the host, and the host talks about stuff. The host will have guests or not, and the host will have inserts. all kinds of different inserts, and they'll talk about them and stuff. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this qualifies as a magazine show.
Cool. So I'm a wee magazine.
Yeah, and there aren't many of them.
I
They're
guess
usually
not.
not many people have magazine shows. Most everybody does a regular talk show because they're easier. Doing the inserts and stuff requires a lot more work. And
Yeah,
you have to coordinate your time and figure out where you're at. So
You know where we at?
I have no
Little
idea.
alien. We'll see after a while.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, well, call me Ismail. I'm a special exobiologist linguist first contact specialist. Yeah, that's what they call me. This is my story, and I'm sticking to it. My ship, the Frabjous Day, has been on a routine mission in Quadrant 6 Beta 7, subsection Bell 17. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Investigating sentient bipeds on all known star systems in the region. Well, my log concerns one particular unusual system, Planet 3 of 8, suitable for standard carbon-based life forms, such as us. So, our ship's particular mission was to investigate this particular planet with a number of different interesting species, and I was given the task of making first contact with the particularly interesting dominant species, quite big, apparently, and see as to whether or not they're worthy of, the cure to cancer, or free fusion energy, or peace, or mind reading, things like that. And of course, my co-workers, the bridge crew, was dubious. So the captain called me up to the bridge to give me the particular instructions as to first contact, and warnings, and precautions, and, being aware of particular dangers. So, I got the heads up from my fellow bridge members about what to listen to and what not to listen to. So, yeah, here's what he said.
Blah, blah, blah. I want you to beam down to the surface, take notes, keep your conversation simple, attempt to make contact, and because they're pretty big, don't get stepped on.
Well, okay, with these instructions, I tend to approach these kinds of missions with a certain personal sense of trepidation and, bodily harm kind of fear-based kind of stuff. But you know what they say. Blah, 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 blah. Rough translation. It's a job. Ooh, grass. I like grass. It's green, like me. Note to self, avoid brown spots. Yeah. Well, so I approached the building and walked right in. No problemo. And what did I see? A giant sentient creature bouncing a ball. Why, hello there! Huh? Greetings, large earthling! Greetings! Well, apparently my universal translator is not working! Not working! Oh, hey, I know. I come in peace. What's your sign? Okay, using the mind powers, using the mind powers. Well, that didn't work out so well. Didn't understand a word I said. Let's try somebody else. This one over here looks interesting. Say, that's a nice coat you're wearing. Cheeseburger. Habla Espanol? Sprechen Sie Deutsch? Gesundheit? Ah, crap. Oh, I know. Take me to your leader. Hey, money talks. I got money. Lots of money. Yes, money. And beer. I got beer. The beer's on my spaceship, you know. It's good beer. It's imported. Okay, using the mind powers, using the mind powers. Oh, how about that? A quadruped, canine, I believe. A smaller version. Why, hello there.
I was wondering when you'd stop by to say hello.
What?
Yes, telepathy. Oh, wait, gotta smell you. Oh, itchy, itchy. Now, where was I? Well, first of all, my name is Proofy.
Fascinating.
Yes, myself and others like me have been living among humans for several thousand years.
I don't understand.
We had our bodies modified so we could blend in.
Yes, go on.
When we discovered these humans, we realized they needed help. Lots of help. So we live among them, telepathically uplifting them from their stupid, stupid ways.
Oh.
Yes, well, they're slow to learn, quick to fight, and they keep voting for Republicans!
Well, needless to say, Froofy had a lot to tell me. It was amazing, all the things that they were trying to do to help those silly humans. So it was back to the bridge to give my report.
Your report?
Well, human beings appear to be reasonably intelligent. They walk upright, demonstrate compassion, they use tools, and they can do math. Well, unfortunately, they engage in continuous war, and they pollute a lot. No, really, a lot. But an advanced species is working to uplift them and expects improvement over the next 1,000 years or so. Well, that's it. Other than that, I got nothing.
Well, I suppose they won't be needing fusion technology, the cure for cancer, or telepathy. Well, let's move on, people, to the next planet.
Well, Captain, there's only one thing that really bothers me. What kind of advanced species calls one of their people Froofy? I mean, Froofy? Come on.
That was really cool, don't you think?
Well, I had a lot of fun making it, and I finished it like December 2010.
Wow.
Because whatever airs on the channel in 2010, you can enter it in the 2011
In 11,
contest.
yeah.
Yeah, and I figured I didn't want to wait another year to enter it. So
Yeah.
and I entered it into a local film festival, and I didn't win that one. The two that did win were really well done. They were really well done. I thought mine was just better, actually.
Yeah.
But I can't complain too much.
Well, you know, Japlin's booklights were in the International Film Festival, the EBE Awards, and of course I lost to Brian Gumbel, you know. I did.
Gumbel.
Mr. Gumbel. Actually, I'm almost sure that he was with the Sci-Fi Channel at the time, so he had money, you know.
Bryant Gumbel?
I lost to Brian Gumbel.
The news dude.
Yeah, him.
What did he make?
He did a UFO, some kind of UFO what do you call it, reenactment, you know, when you superimpose stuff in it. And here I have 7 spooklights for hundreds of years. One spooklight was famous. And
Spook light?
light, one light.
That's these little globes that float around, right?
Yeah,
And they
spooklight, famous. And the scientist that made it famous, it was him and Dr. Jordan. And they go there and they film one spooklight, and wham, there's 7 of them.
Wow.
Yeah, and that was, nobody else had that footage except me, and I lost Brian Gumbel. Anyway, let me work some in here for a minute.
Sure.
See, how do we want to do this? I wanted to remind you, now that you all have Kindles and things, to remind you that I wrote 4 books, and you can download them for free.
Yeah,
Good, yeah, on my website. So, I don't know how good you can see this. This is and the moral of the story is one person at a time. That's the first one. And the second one is, this is misspelled. This is called Remembering Your Future. And it's about all the wonderful people that were my guests on TCTV.
Nice.
And, yeah, that's a...
Is that you?
Yeah.
Those are big glasses.
Yeah, I had those for years. That's how people recognized me. And I was so tired one day, and somebody took that picture of me in my pajama, and I was pulling my hair out. And that became the favorite picture. There is a website called Faces. It showed up on Faces.
Nice. That's
Okay,
a nice picture too.
Number 2. Number 3 is the Big P. And
The Big P.
the Big P, yeah, is a lot of the newsletters and articles I wrote over the years. I don't know if you can see this or not. Oh, it has a glare in it. Let me try this here. Let's go try it this way.
Oh yeah.
Let me
much
see
better.
if this is better. Is this better? Okay, it's called the Big P, and it's huge.
Yeah, that is a.
And then this is the next one. It's called 2 P's Are Better Than 1. And I'm working on the next one. And that one is called All I Can Do Is Pee. It'll be out in December, huh?
Nice.
Nice, huh?
Nice.
Catchy.
Yes, that is a title that will be remembered.
You know what it means?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I mean,
I
aside from, you know, the
I'll tell you, I have a relative that is very religious, and he thinks that if he says the word psychic, he's going to hell.
what?
Yeah, and very religious person. However, he
If he
calls
says a word, he's going to hell.
he's going to hell. Okay, but he's always calling me for advice. And so I set him up and I say it. I can't say it. I'm going to hell. So I'm trying to get him to say psychic. So he calls me the Big P.
Oh, okay. P for psychic. That's-
Yeah, so it's the Big P, and then this is number 2. So 2 P's are better than 1, and then after the third one, I give up.
Yeah.
I'd be too old, I guess. Huh?
How long does it take you to write one of these books?
If it's like these 2, the actual writing maybe 7 weeks, and then the rest, the editing and things.
But these are also collections of your newsletters, right?
Right. These are all the newsletters, and then at the end of the year, I stick them all together and dedicate it to somebody. And these have
Nice.
pictures, and so yeah, that's it. Okay.
Nice.
Now, you know what I like to do?
We're
going to put these here. I would like to show the friends some of your paintings, if you don't mind.
Yeah, I guess it's okay.
Okay. So I'm gonna climb around you, and
Oh, I can just prop them up here in front. They should be able to show up.
well, you could do that, and then kind of tell us what.
Because I can get to the camera a lot easier
Cool.
if I need to.
Tell me what you were thinking, what it is that you.
Okay.
Oh wow.
This one, actually, you know what? I'm going to show that one last. It's my most recent. Well, not completely my most recent. That one's better.
While you're looking for it, you also built a Borg cube, did
Yes,
you?
I did. Yes, I did. You'd have to go to my
Website.
Facebook. You know, if you're Facebook friends with Lilian,
Dan Bennett.
I allow friends of friends to look at my art.
Yeah.
So if you're friends with her, then you just go and you can see all my photos. I've, you know, ass loads.
Yes.
I do. I have one photo album which is called the Googly Eye Compendium, and I've had many friends come over to my place, and I took 2 ping pong balls. People thought I did this in Photoshop, but no. I took 2 ping pong balls, cut them in half, and then took a felt pen, and then would stick them in their eyes and have them do stuff, and then I write a funny little caption below.
Something happened. I was supposed to come to that event, and first I can't remember
Yes.
what it was. I couldn't make it, or else I'd have been googly-eyed too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one is
Wow.
the oldest of the group, and it's also really big. I don't know. Can you see?
Can we get it on there all the way?
Yeah, I just don't want to knock that.
How about this? I'll sit here, and you just get up and hold it behind the camera.
Okay.
There you go. We don't stand a ceremony around here. Cool?
Oh yeah, that's a good shot. That gets the whole thing.
Okay, so tell us a story, hon.
Okay, so that's
We're
fine
gonna
where
have to
it
get
is.
another one in a minute.
That's fine. They're right there.
Okay.
So that one I wanted to do kind of. I was thinking in terms of pairs. I really like doing the crescent moon shapes. I like the round circles, and I really like that shape for the spaceship. And if you look at the spaceship, you'll see it has kind of the front end, but it kind of curves down. And future technology, very likely, you know, if we ever get our spaceships out, there's a thing called a Bussard ramjet, or a ram scoop, a Bussard ram scoop, and essentially what it does is it extends out a magnetic field in space, and that magnetic field scoops in interstellar hydrogen, and it uses that for fuel. And the idea is, once the ship gets going fast enough, it can scoop up enough hydrogen, interstellar hydrogen, to reclaim like 20% of its fuel if it's doing hydrogen fusion. So that's kind of the idea, and I like I just like the shape. I like the shape, and this one, of course, glows in the dark, as do all the ones that I brought. They all glow in the dark. They look like a very different painting in the dark.
So I'm gonna move this for a minute, okay? All right.
And you can see the texture, and some of them I painted the painting and then added even more glow in the dark later.
Wow, yeah.
But I really like the colors and the shapes. So and actually, yeah, there are 3 ships here, and I tried to
1,
make
2,
them.
3.
Yeah. So it's a fleet.
Yeah.
So there's that one, and I've been painting with glow in the dark now for good 20 years or so. And let's find the next oldest one. This one is similar, but there is. Yeah, that's good.
Can you see
Yeah,
it?
a little lower.
Lower?
There you go. There, I can see. Okay, so that's just a real simple one. I was on a show with Diane Miller, and she what I did is I pre-painted the black on the canvas, and then just showed her how to do a real simple painting where we would draw the thing and then do paint around the circle and then kind of blend it in a little bit and then just do all kinds of polka dot stars and add a little bit of background blue for, you know, the galactic the Milky Way, that sort of thing, and just it makes it more pretty. And so again, this is a very different painting in the dark.
Wonderful. When I painted in the olden days, I painted on black construction. Always had black backgrounds also.
Yeah, yeah. I used to do the glow in the dark on the.
Mine didn't glow in the dark, but that's okay.
Well, I started doing glow in the dark, and I just never stopped. So this one is a spaceship, and the ship takes up a lot of space in the painting. It's the subject, and it takes up a lot of space. And I wanted to do something that looked like a big fuzzy moth, kind of floating. And so it has those wings, which I don't know what purpose they serve, but I wanted to have some sort of a wing-like structure. Maybe they're solar panels, maybe they're part of the Bussard ram scoop or something like that. So I don't know, I just wanted to give it a floating, gliding, you know, and it's really big and fat and just kind of round, and, you know.
There is a scientist, his name's David Adair, and I went to anyway, we were all together at these talks we used to give, and David had a piece of material that looked similar to this, and he took a blowtorch to it, and he called it cherry red hot. He's from Huntsville, Alabama, so you know he had this accent, and it was red, and he said, "Lilian, touch it." And I thought, you must be nuts, but I said, okay. And I stuck my hand on it, cherry red hot, and it was cool. So, whatever you painted there could be some of David Adair's miraculous panels.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, yeah, I was the only one crazy enough that followed his instructions. That's probably why he did that. Oh, look at that one.
Yeah, this one.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah, that one's really nice. A lot of people, yeah, that's good. A lot of people like the purples.
Purples.
And I really like the dome and round shape, and in almost all of my paintings, the science fiction ones at least, there are circles. Circles, partial circles, domes, and a good painting has your eye moving from the edges in towards the center. And I try and do that with all my paintings, where the eye is constantly flowing back towards the center. And in this one, the subject is, of course, the little domed platform. And, you know, this one, of course, glows in the dark and is a very different painting at night in the dark. And I just like the purple. And the idea is I wanted kind of like all the colors in the painting are cool. They're cool tones. And I wanted it to look like it was cold and icy. And just kind of a planet near Neptune, or, you know, one of the moons, you know, some moon or something that's kind of cold and icy.
I painted a mural on Margaret Brennan, one of our famous artists, on her wall, and she put black lights on it, and it looked different at night.
Oh yeah, and black lights basically consist of UVA light, and UVA light is the light that you get your sunburns on. And so there's this one, and this one is a ship, and it's not. I didn't do as good a job as I liked. Yeah, little. There you go. Good deal. This one I didn't want. I wanted it to be clear that it was not actually touching the water, but it's kind of hard to tell. But you see the full arc of the bottom, and there's no splishy, splashy where it's touching the water. So it looks like that. And I've always had trouble painting water because it's really a strange thing to paint. And I looked at some YouTube tutorials on other artists' approach to water, and that was very helpful. And it's like just looking at water and trying to paint it is not helpful, but looking at the techniques that are used to paint different kinds of water is very helpful. So that's a ship, and I've watched too many Pirates of the Caribbean not to want to paint a big old pirate ship. But it's not really a pirate ship. It's supposed to look like a ship. It's a spaceship, and A floating
It's
ship.
a USO.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. Then you gotta come over here a little bit
Okay.
because.
And this is the
I see
last
what
one.
you're doing.
Yeah, this is the last one that I brought, and that is my dragon.
Is it good?
Yeah,
All
that's it. That is my dragon, and he is taking a vacation or a break in a mountain. There's a mountain behind him that's kind of a volcanic, and so he's in a hot spring, and he has himself a margarita and a big fat cigar.
It's in Margaritaville.
Yep, he is, and he's just relaxing and maxing and chilling, and just he's in a good mood. And I gave him a little bit of a smirk, so
Cool.
so that one's a favorite. There is someone that wants to purchase that one, and I said no, not yet.
Not yet.
I have to like
You
enjoy his company for a while.
A little bit. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
See. Yeah.
See the smirk?
Oh yeah. I see it. When I painted two paintings for a gentleman. When he died, they willed it back to me.
Oh wow!
Yeah. Pretty good.
Wow.
How
are we doing on time?
Oh, pretty good.
Okay.
So I thank you for sharing that. Isn't
Yeah.
it colorful? It's just wonderful. Yeah, go to Facebook. Now, when you first came, I told you a story, what happened to me on Sunday night. And so, other than myself, you're the only person that can comprehend what that entailed, because I showed you where everything was. I was on the phone on Sunday night. It was my back towards the front of my house. And when I got done, my whole house behind me was all lit up, and I thought, wow, that's strange. And so couldn't make out what it was. So I went outside, and look, there is an interference in there. The whole thing was doing that. As I'm talking about this.
Yeah, it was doing that a little bit earlier.
That's an energy thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, but anyway, everything's lit up behind me. I go outside and I look. See, every time I talk about it, it does that. We're not doing this. And it was so bright I couldn't see anything. There was this objects in there. It was so bright, and almost like a eclipse type, looking into the sun. So I came back in the house, and I noticed it had reflected onto neighbor's window. So I got the first camera I found, and I taped it off. I captured it off the neighbor's window. So I don't know how high or how far, because it was too bright. I couldn't estimate it, but it was in the neighbor's window. So, so you're not good at measuring things either, are you?
Which neighbor? You'd have to show me later.
Yeah.
Which neighbor?
Anyway, so because I can't put it on Facebook, it's the wrong camera type thing. So we're going to show you my what should I call it?
Mystery lights.
My mystery lights of unidentified flying sitting object.
Yeah.
Sunday was what, the 24th? Yeah.
Yeah.
On the 24th of May.
May, yeah.
2011. So here you go, and then we'll be right back. Okay. This is a reflection in the window of something that I have no idea what it is. Interesting. You doing somebody else's show now every Monday?
I used to produce the mental health news series, and that was a lot of work. And but I wasn't ever a guest on anybody else's show.
Mm-hmm.
And now almost all of my video, my activity regarding video footage is being a guest on somebody else's show. I've been a guest 3 times on Diane Miller's show. I've been a guest, I think, maybe 10 times on Kenny's show. This will be my second and hopefully not my last guestship on this show. There's a couple others that I've been guests for. Yeah.
Look what it's doing.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm messing with it.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know, but it's been a lot of fun, and the shows have just been really interesting because as the guest, I can pretty much talk about anything that I want. And Kenny's show, which airs after 11:30, right?
Yeah, we can say bad words.
Oh yeah, and they do. And he's had what he'll do. You've seen the show, right?
I did a show with him. Remember?
Yeah. Have you seen his other shows?
No. Well, just one little bleep one time.
They're getting better and better and better. And I had a talk with the producer, the Freddie that produces the show, and they have a concept, and part of what they're doing is improving. Every show gets better and better and better.
We're gonna have Freddie on here. I'm hoping he'll come and talk to you.
Really?
Sooner or later. Yeah,
You've invited him to be a guest in your show?
Yeah.
Freddie is an amazing person. He's extremely smart. He's very fast, and he's got a wonderful sense of humor. He's got an extremely positive outlook, and he's an amazing person. And he promotes all kinds of stuff like crazy, and he listens to all of the music there is. He listens to all of it. And he's constantly on this adventure. He's on a quest to see new things and to hear new stuff and to find new things, and he'll be looking at some crazy thing online, and I'll say, Freddie, where did you find that? He's like, I don't know. I just like what I like.
Yeah. So. He of course he didn't know me, so he just had, I walked in and we pushed the record button and that was it. So I'm hoping to spend a little time with him because he'll find that I'm kind of like that too,
Yeah. There are many similar. Well, maybe not many. There's a few similar things between your show and Kenny's show. You both have frequent shows, right? Everybody else is once a month. You do once a week.
Once a week.
Which is exceptional. And Kenny does every day. And I don't know how they do that. Freddie has to do a lot of work to make sure that the shows are in on time and ready, because
right. Yeah. Now, see, if he was to use inserts, you couldn't do it.
Freddie would have to do that, but it would take him a lot longer because.
Well, yeah, because you have to go find it, you have to film it, you have to cut it. You know.
Yeah.
But I think he's doing pretty good, huh?
Yeah, and I asked him because they're using VHS equipment.
I know.
It's all VHS.
I can use all of my stuff. He can use some. I told him you can come get some of my backgrounds if you want to, save everything.
Well, they're looking for a studio. They're wanting to get a studio downtown, and
cool.
That'll suck for me because his house where the studio is
by Dunn Street,
4 blocks from my apartment.
Yeah. Hey, we got a guest. Hi Lisa.
Hello.
Lisa Bilski just snuck in on us. How are you?
I'm doing good. How's it going?
Good.
Pretty good. We got a few minutes. You're gonna stay and hang for a few minutes?
I will. I'll wait for you guys and then we
Cool.
can visit, okay?
We're gonna be like Freddie. They just dropping in. They found out the sky.
Oh,
like
I know.
Freddie's house.
People will just show up. And
It is. We just saw about this. Let me tell. We talking about this TV show, but people just pop in. So that went right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he'll call them up. And he'll say, "Come on down. There's 20 minutes before the show is over," and they'll just go. And they're really obsessed with McDonald's.
I know it.
It's always about McDonald's. They call McDonald's.
We caught
they eat
McDonald's in somewhere for an orange milkshake.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is when he calls the McDonald's in Canada,
We did, yeah.
they know more about
know.
what's going on. They do. They
Yeah.
know when the next shake is coming in. They know what the toy is. They know what
Everything,
the they know whether or not they're going to get sweet chili sauce again or not.
If people called in, he made me a UFO expert, which I'm not. But I know a little bit about everything and a little bit about nothing. But they called in and reported UFOs and all kinds of stuff. They did.
Nice.
Yeah, that's cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what else? So there are similarities. Now you don't make the phone calls, randomly to different people and stuff, but his studio is in his home, just like yours is.
It's on his couch. Everything's right there. It's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, and the subjects of the guests, his show, the theory about his show is that it's about the community participation. It's about the guest. It's not about him. It's about
the
other
guest.
And that's your same philosophy. It's about the guest and the community and what's going on. And so there. I'm not sure if there's anything else. His studio is complete chaos, and yours is not. I should say that. You've got lots of stuff here, but it's very interesting and it's very organized, and it's nice to look
It's
at.
community property.
Well, it's
I
very
go to the
interesting.
store and people bring me things and
You know what? I might have something for you.
you see what I mean?
I might
I
have.
remember this woman. I saw in the store. She said, "I got some for you. Wait here." And she came back and I like alligators, right? She had an alligator purse. It was an alligator purse like that with the zipper on the bottom. I took it to the studio and knocked the eye off. But I had, my alligator, this big alligator purse.
I had a friend give me one of these glass skulls that has the ion stuff, and you touch it and it moves around, and the glass is pink a little bit here and blue and green, and he kept saying how it was one of the 12 found in the Amazon or something. But
did you tell him there were actually 13? Maybe he's like, it's the 13th, huh?
Maybe he did say 13. I don't remember. He just told me it was one of many. But it's one of those things. You know those round spheres that have the plasma, and you touch it and it goes around. Yeah, well, it's a skull. Do you got one of those?
Yeah, you do too. I saw it somewhere. I saw one on one of your shows the other day.
Yeah, one of my old ones. I have.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
It goes like that.
Yeah, I'm not sure where it ended up. It got lost in the move.
It's sitting right there. You see it? By the fan.
Oh, there.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's a globe, and it's got either an inert gas in the globe, or it's a partial vacuum in the globe, and
It's like the green one we used to use.
Yeah, and it's got an electrode, and this ionized electric gas flows up to the edge and then goes around. And when you touch it, wherever you touch it, it changes the magnetic field from your hand, alters where the plasma goes, and so it tends to want to go where your fingers are, and it's a little warm too. Yeah.
I have to ask you, what's next for you? We're almost done. Can you believe
I'm
it?
working on a kung fu movie. It's a spoof. 3 warriors. They go to recover 3 stolen golden objects. They have to be gold. It's always got to be gold. And they go to recover the 3 stolen golden objects. And the first one is an actual fight scene, and they punches and kicks and sound effects and everything. The second warrior does a pose off, right? You know in Karate Kid where he does the crane.
No.
Okay, so he does this
Maybe you do it.
crane pose. It's like the crane method, or the snake method, or the dragon method, right? There's all these
Like a
things.
shapeshifter.
Well, they do these poses, and it sets them up for either defense or attack. And so what I did with, how much time do I got?
It's gonna buzz in a minute.
Okay. So one does the dragon, and one does the Travolta, and another one does the fire hose, and another one does the monkey, and then the drunken monkey, and they do all these poses, and then of course the good guy wins by pulling out a giant clock and doing this, and the bad guy falls asleep and he recovers the object. The third one happens in a Pac-Man-like video setting, and they throw explosions at each other. So.
It's almost time to go. We did a show where we took you to the Spessart, and Benny turned it into a Pac-Man type video game.
Did he really?
The whole show. But he did. He had people standing there with one of those strings,
Like fishing line or
fishing
something?
line that
Right.
you couldn't see. If they had to look and had to move these things according to what he was doing. We gotta go.
Okay.
Cool. When you finish it, we like to see it.
Yeah, it'll be a little less than half an hour. So it's probably 20 minutes maybe altogether.
Okay, so you hear the rain?
Yeah.
Washington fire. Dan, this hour went gone.
I know. It felt like it was like 10 minutes.
Yeah. Anyway, so I thank you for coming, and
Thank you. I was very grumpy before I got here. Now I'm not grumpy.
Well,
Thank
very
you.
good.
Thank you.
We see you next week with something.
Something. You never know.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye.
This is Randy working on the new version of Lilian, Miss Lilian. Cool, huh?
Miss Lilian, we'd like to thank you for all the fun. Took us there, and you took us there, and it is just because you really care. Where our journey goes, oh, it begins. It's part of why our planet will extend. And if we do our part and use our heart, fulfill our mission we've had from the start. Lilian, Miss Lilian, we'd like to thank you for all the fun while you took us here and you took us there. And it is just because you really care.
Thank you.